Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ask Us Anything on this dark and stormy Sunday night. I guess it's doing the same thing in Michigan as it is where we are in Florida. So we've had a lot of thunder and lightning, had a very rainy day today. But
Yeah.
we got our kids and grandkids here, and we're all having a good time.
Well, Chris Mondo Biondo says it's clear skies in Wichita, Kansas. Randy Dexter says in North Carolina they had great weather this weekend. But this storm we just got a warning from Michigan where we have a house, and it said this line of storms was moving at 70 miles an hour. And then it comes all the way down here to the Gulf Coast, and it's been stormy all day, and there's lightning and thunder even now. The Gulf is pretty angry.
And our son and his wife and kids that are here from the neighborhood that we're in Michigan, in Kalamazoo, their power is out. They were notified.
This was just a severe thunderstorm warning I just got on my phone for up there. Yeah. So anyway, it's a stormy part in the central part of the country from the northwest or the Midwest all the way down from the north Midwest part. Snow in Minneapolis, says Jimmy Lamb. And everybody out straight north of us, I think, is expecting bad weather. So if you've got good weather on either the east or west side, be grateful tonight because it's not nice. It's been
but
nasty.
You guys grilled out tonight.
We did.
And right in between rainstorms, and it all worked out great.
We did. But it was between the storms, and we could watch them wrapping around. And you saw the lightning. We had the kids down with us. And speaking of the kids, hey, Jovi! I want to have you meet one of our grandkids who's here. I don't think we've had Jovi.
We had Jovi and Jackson for about 2 seconds.
Hey, Jovi, I want you to say hi to all of our fans. Hi. Everybody meet Jovi. You can say hi to Jovi. Jovi is 9 years old.
Soon to be 10.
Soon to be 10. And she makes the best guacamole you've ever had in your life. We need to bring you to all of our rallies and gatherings, and you can make guacamole. And so Jovi's down here from Michigan, and people are saying hi to you right now. Jovi, see that? Look at that. There's having stormy weather everywhere.
Oh, wow.
So are you having fun?
Yes, I'm having lots of fun. It's really fun here.
Yeah, Jovi loves Florida,
yes.
And she's looking really good. Well, I wanted everybody to meet you.
Now, are we snubbing her brother?
Should we bring in Jax, or do you think I had Jax in once, and he didn't behave very well.
No.
He just made faces at everybody. Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, you're going to hurt his feelings?
Are we going to hurt his feelings, Joey?
Or is he busy watching?
Ask him if he wants to, and he can come in and say hello.
If he wants
but
to
tell him he
hi.
can't make faces at people. He's got to be nice and charming, as you are. So Jovi is just, she's got Grandpa wrapped around her little finger, she knows. But she is a very sweet girl, and I'm glad you all got a chance to meet her. And we'll let you meet Jax if they come in. Jax, we wanted everybody to see our grandson. This is Jax. He is 7 years old, and he loves football, and he loves baseball, and he loves basketball, and he's got more energy than Bo. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
That's very nice of you. Well, thank you, Jax.
Welcome.
Okay.
All right. We can go back to whatever you were doing.
And
Thank
Bo
you for coming in.
Bo in.
Shut the door, Jaxie boy.
Yeah. So
hi, Bo. You decided to come
and
in.
Bo is here. Bo says he wants to say hi. Bo is over next to Jennifer.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Now
Hey,
he
Bo.
wants his pets.
Hey, Bo. Say hi. Oh, he won't say hi.
He isn't.
So anyway, now you've met what we've been doing all week. So let's get to where you all are and say hello to everybody. Gibbs Gaming.
Hello from Forest Hill, Maryland. Waiting for the camper to get finished up with repairs and upgrades. Back order parts for my Ram 2500 from Banks Power is finally being shipped. Waited for 4 months. That's a long time.
You are a
4 years.
patient person, Gibbs Gaming. So good luck on getting everything installed and fixed up. That's awesome. Steve Weistock.
Huge storms in South Bend a couple of hours ago without power now. I'm sorry about that. May bail out to the RV and power it up.
That's one of the reasons
that we have RVs.
Yes, we have RVs, solar power and lithium. We got a place to stay.
Yep.
I think our our grandkids and their dad and mom lost power at their house.
They did.
From the storms that just went through. I don't know if they got it back yet or not, but they got
And
over-
our daughter Wendy and her husband Dan, they lose their power a lot. And when we were an hour's drive away, they used to come over and sleep in the RV.
Yeah. So
I know, Bo.
Kevin.
Foggy in our area in southern Ontario, but north of us
Orilla.
is in a state of emergency due to the ongoing ice storms. Ooh. Our son is a linesman working the area and said that it's awful. Weeks of work. Well, I am sorry to hear that.
I saw some images from Gaylord, Michigan, which is kind of on a path across the Ontario, right across Lake Huron into Ontario. That whole ice storm was horrible.
Wow.
Lots of trees down, lines down everywhere. I'm not going to complain about a stormy day in Florida on this Sunday. So it's been wild. So everybody be safe. How's our friend Tom McAllister?
Howdy from Tomcat. Ditto what Randy said about North Carolina weather. Getting excited about Nashville. So are we, Tom.
Yeah, that's our Nashville. It's for our rvcommunity.com, our group there. We have a big rally coming up in a couple of weeks. Randy Dexter.
Good evening from North Carolina. Great weather this weekend in the upper 70s and sunny. Finally getting rain to bring down the fire danger. Well, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, tough storms up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Tough firestorms they've had this past week. Good seeing you, Randy. Deborah Copera.
Hi from Ocala, Florida. Raining today, clearing up now.
Good.
Maybe ours will clear up pretty soon.
Yeah, we're up in the Panhandle, up by Destin, and I'm looking out across the Gulf of America / Mexico, whatever you want to call it. It's fine with me. I don't want to get any fights going. And you're off that way, and it does look a little clearer out that way across the Gulf. Just a quick reminder for those of you who are members of rvcommunity.com, our private off Facebook group. We do an afterglow. Immediately as Ask Us Anything ends, we switch over to the community and we continue the conversations and have a lot of fun over there, just letting our hair down and all catching up with each other. If you've never been a part of that and would like to have fun, make friends, and find adventure, the RV community is for you. Just go rvcommunity.com. It'll tell you all about it. And you can even sign up right there and be a part of our afterglow tonight. We'd love to have you. All right, who else we got out there? Matthew Blau.
Waiting for the storms to get here in Findlay.
Findlay, Ohio. Findlay's always a special place to us, Matthew, because it's when we started the RV lifestyle, that's the first place we overnighted, and it was in the Walmart in Findlay, Ohio.
I know, it was on your bucket list.
It was on my bucket list to camp at a Walmart.
So excited. Yeah. It was so bright. It was hard to sleep.
It was the first thing I checked off. Ed, Dana, James in Homosassa, Florida.
Where? I don't know where that is.
Down south of us.
Okay. Well, it's
Main
pretty
Peninsula.
easy to be south of us.
Yeah. Thomas Welch, he's up in Gaylord, Michigan.
Covered in ice. And 3 trees keep crackling. That's not good to hear. So far, all the big stuff have missed the house and the RV. Well, then got a lot to be grateful for.
Man, Thomas posts some pictures of that. We've seen some of the things people have sent us from up there, that ice storm, but terrible. Ice is so dangerous, and it's so devastating when it knocks down all the power and the trees. What a mess.
Once we were celebrating Father's Day in our last home, our home of 30 years, and we had kids and grandkids and everybody there, and my parents, and a storm came through. We didn't hear any sirens or anything. My sister came in and she said, "Why are you in the swimming pool?" And 13 trees came down, and we were so grateful because everything that came down, it didn't hit our house or cars in the driveway.
Yeah, the 13 big trees.
13 trees.
I mean, these were monster.
Just like in a couple seconds, that wind came through, and wow. Yeah. And we were going away the next day.
And Deborah says it's clearing up there. She was out a minute ago from Ocala.
Good.
So, yeah. Thanks, Deborah. All right.
Well,
now what are
you going to do?
I'll pull up some. Super Mama. I don't know if he's talking about you or somebody else. I don't know who that was. And it looks like nobody else is on there. No one else is talking to us tonight. So are we that slow in people? We got Well, over
Tornado
100.
watch in southwest Ohio. Maybe
That's no good.
everybody's keeping their eye on the weather.
That's right. The storms are
And we're supposed to have thunderstorms again tomorrow.
we really?
Yeah.
Well, look at what's happening in Shakopee, Minnesota. Paul Hogan says it's snowing there. Snow.
Well, it's
Linda
still March.
Valdez from Puyallup, Washington.
64 degrees and cloudy.
Boy, spring is taking its time, isn't it?
It's not hurrying. Snow in Minneapolis.
Thank you, Jimmy Land, for telling us that. And it's fun to have you guys all check in and let us know where is anybody out there camping? Suzanne Weiss.
We got 13 inches of wet, heavy snow last Wednesday with sustained winds of 37 miles per hour and gusts to 70 miles per hour. Power was out over the entire public power district. I didn't have power for 40 hours. That makes it tough.
I keep getting these severe thunderstorm warnings for Kalamazoo, which is where our Michigan home is.
Well, I keep getting them for Lake Orion, the other side of the state.
Which our home used to be.
Yeah.
Jamie Rankin.
Back in North Carolina after 4.5 months on the road. Does it feel good to be home?
For returning snowbird. Hi, Jamie.
Does it feel good to be back home?
Suzanne Weiss says some people were without power for a week and they had to replace the poles that were blown over. Yeah. Holly Nethers.
What is the biggest trend you see in the RV community?
Prices. Holly, they're so high. And I speak of that as we shop for an RV ourselves. We want to add a small Class C, maybe a B plus, maybe a small A motorhome to our fleet. To join us. We love our fifth wheel, our Montana High Country fifth wheel. We're going to keep that. That's our condo on wheels. But for shorter trips and for boondocking, we really have missed a lot of stories that we want to keep doing about the whole boondocking and overlanding trend, and that's why we need this smaller RV. But man, we're having a heck of a time finding one. We thought we had a lead on some, but that didn't seem to be panning out. And Helen Newscombe's asking us how the search is going. We kind of know what we want, but finding it is another thing, and finding one that we can get and have and be in this year is even more of a challenge. We've had a lot of people offer us and send us private notes about used RVs, and they've not clicked the buttons that we really need clicked. And everybody's different what you want. So, but we're still looking, and we're optimistic. And we've got a couple that we want to look at when we get back to Michigan. We actually thought we would be flying off to a city in the next week or two and picking up when we were that close to getting something, but alas, that doesn't seem to be working out. So, well, Deb Castell.
Question: is the used market becoming flooded with RVs for sale?
I wouldn't say flooded. I would say there's many more of them out there than there were before, but there are not more of them, and that is because the prices of new RVs, though very high, there's more bargaining going on for them than ever before. The thing that has really got the whole industry up in arms are the Trump administration's announced 25% tariffs, first of all, on all automotives coming in from Canada. Well, there's 3 big Canadian RV companies. They're all Class B makers. There's Road Trek in Ontario. There's Pleasureway in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And in Winkler, Manitoba, there's Leisure Travel Vans. All of them are going to be affected by this if it continues, if this ban if it also includes vans, and who knows what effect will it have on the Sprinter vans, which are Mercedes-Benz vans. There is a Mercedes plant now operational in the U.S. I think Virginia or someplace out east. But I don't know if those are still, or if they're making most of the Sprinters. So will this affect them? Adding 25% on to prices that are, for many of them, pushing $200,000 or over is going to have a big effect on those and cause people to look at other models. We don't know what that's going to make, and I don't even know what they're saying that this ban will affect. I don't know if this ban will take effect. It's supposed to take effect April 2nd, this week. There's just so much confusion. But the new market is there's more bargaining because the inventory is a little higher than it normally is. SK.
I'm looking for a slipcover material to protect my RV's vinyl upholstery from our cats scratching. Anybody have suggestions? It has to be very protective.
Great. I'm glad you asked the community, SK.
Because we don't know.
We don't know, but cats can be, they do like to scratch, don't they?
And I'm sure you don't want to take its claws out.
And I'm glad you didn't do that. That's just not fair to the animal. They need some defense. Yeah. Quick announcement, if you guys haven't, this is always our pitch. We are spending, we have a lot of social media. We've got Instagram, we got X, we got a Facebook group, a Facebook page. We have over 500,000 on our Facebook group. But there's so much frustration on big social media. If you post a question, like that question just posted about a material that cats scratch. If you post that in our Facebook group, guarantee you'll have all these smart, giving you grief, telling you shouldn't do that to your cat. They'll just be nasty to you, or they'll be snide or funny. And the people who are really going to be helpful for you those comments will get buried by all the jerks out there. Now we have the finest group of moderators you'll find anywhere on our Facebook group. But with 526,000 members, it's impossible to get all of those out. So that's why we started this group here. Now, if you don't really do anything with social media, this doesn't apply to you. If you don't really, care about talking with other people and connecting with them, or meeting other people, making friends, then it's probably not necessary for you either. But if you do our 3 goals, first have fun, make friends, and then find adventure. This is the group. All of our rallies are only open to members of the community, and we have 3 of them scheduled this year. Many of the people you see in the comments that we're talking are members of our community, and they'll join us in just a few minutes when we go over and do our afterglow. But I want to just invite you. Jen and I love this group. It's so fun. We answer questions. We're available often. You just you can instant message us, and we're there for you. We've got different levels of membership. Basically, it's a cost of a cup of coffee a month. So and we do that because we have no ads in that community. No ads. There's no sponsors. We've had people who want to sponsor it. We don't let them. It's all ads. It's real RVers. So come join us. Check it out. Just check it out. You can go to that link and you not have to join. You're not caught with anything. Just read what it's all about. And if it's for you, I know you'll like it because everybody's having a great time. There's one of our members there, Chris Mondobiano. Chris keeps track of RV weather for us. We have 24 different spaces in that group. And Chris is always posting weather for RVers. If you're traveling in an RV, check that space on our RV community before you go, and you'll get a rough idea what to plan for. Chris keeps us up to date on all the weather alerts there. And there's his note.
Yeah. Heads up along the Gulf Coast. There's been repeated alerts for flash flooding and progressing east past Pensacola.
And that's exactly where we are,
That's
Chris.
Kind of headed towards us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that.
Lightning.
That was lightning, right? Let's listen for the thunder.
Oh, Bo's going to have a...
Here it comes. There you go. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it.
Not as loud as I thought it would be. Bo hasn't even moved.
Yep. We got it, Chris. It's coming. Ed Richards.
Greetings from clear and sunny Baton Rouge. 85 degrees.
Ed is just to our west by maybe 150 miles or so. So that's encouraging, Ed. I'm glad it's sunny there. And Boot Up with Bay Sharp. I love that. Whatever that name means, it's cool.
What happened to your LTV you picked up in Hershey? That's been gone for over a year.
Well, almost 2 years.
Yeah, we moved into our new home in Kalamazoo, which is There's a lot of field mice right across the street, mice. And at the time, we just thought, we don't know whether this is a good idea having two rigs.
We had some field mice that got in the engine block of that. We cleaned it out. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
But it was just a matter of we were away in our fifth wheel and way in this. And as we drove it, we really didn't like the Murphy bed. That's just our preference. We'd had one before that had a Murphy bed, and we didn't complain too much, but we want two dedicated rear beds in whatever new motorhome we get. And it did not have that. So we sold it. So have we narrowed it down? No, I thought, but we have it down exactly what we want. But we haven't found an RV that has exactly what we want.
That can be a problem.
Yeah,
you know exactly what you want.
Yeah, we know exactly what we want, and finding it is the challenge. And finding one that we can get. I think we're back now to new or very close to new. So who knows? This might be an ongoing search that we do for the next couple of years, but. We're not having much luck. Thomas Wells.
Whoa, the tops of the trees are breaking off. Every few minutes, one crashes down and you jump, hoping it's not hitting the house.
Oh my gosh, Tom, that's terrible. I'm glad. I think you have power. You're coming through. Maybe you're just on cellular, but be careful. Don't go outside. That's tough. That's Gaylord.
Yeah.
Jim Slade.
Hello from cloudy and windy central Kentucky. I agree about RV prices and used inventory, but it seems like the used prices or trade-in value for our travel trailer has fallen through the floor, unfortunately.
Yes, it has. And I think a part of that is because people are able to do some negotiation and buy from existing inventory of new RVs. Dealers are more anxious to cut you a break. They really want to clear out some of the inventory. And so they're bargaining more. And as a result, people are going for new more than used, and first time in a long time. Richard Rayborn.
So many cars and trucks haven't sold, sitting in large lots. RVs the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I think that even goes for condos. I wonder how the housing market is. I don't know.
Well, the housing market's taken a hit, but the condo market in Florida is really tough, as you know, with a lot of things that have gone. It's just tough. The economy is right on the edge, you know. I don't know where we're going, but it's a lot of uncertainty out there. William Zembury.
We went to Virginia Regional Park in 2017 for our first outing in our new RV. Heard a lot of wind and saw a nasty sky. A tornado was coming through the campground. No warning, and fortunately, no damage.
That was, 8 years ago? Well, count your blessings. Obviously, that had an effect on you to remember it 8 years later. And that's the thing why it's so important to stay aware of what the weather is. On our RV community, Chris is always posting these weather reports. He's introduced all of us to a guy named Max Velocity, who does a YouTube channel, and just dead on, right on, accurate reports. Every morning he does one, and when there's bad weather, he's live with storm chasers, and there's no commercials, there's no hype. But he's so accurate, and I love Chris's reports that links to all of Max Velocity's info. But William, that's a great example of why you gotta keep track of what's happening out there.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin.
You have to be in charge of your own environment. You just really can't always count on others. I don't know about slipcover material for Fellaway spray does deter cats from scratching. I have 4 cats and it helps.
Fellaway, maybe like
feline,
feel away spray. I never heard of it, but
we don't have cats.
Yeah. We don't have cats. You have 4 cats.
Yeah, you know.
You're an expert.
You should be an expert.
Mac Hicks Armour
says not crazy about Murphy beds, but we also like the twin beds in an RV.
Yep, and that's how we want 2 twin beds. I think we really want a B+ or C that has a slide so you can have a little larger living space. We want a lot of lithium and a lot of solar, so that we can be off the grid. We would prefer having no propane and being all electric. And it's hard finding what we want. So we're still looking. Who knows what we'll end up with? It's kind of fun, actually. It's kind of like a clean slate. And Mac Hicks says they say that RVs lose 30% as soon as you drive off the lot. Well, that's been true for, what is a car is 25%. And that's true. You don't buy an RV for the investment value. And I keep telling people that. We get questions all the time. People want a cost analysis. What are the cost of ownership? And if you're looking for investments with an RV, it's a terrible investment. But the fun, the lifestyle, that's precious. And that is invaluable. Jerry Cornelius.
Tell us about your mattresses.
We like them so much. We have the RV mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. They have been a kind of an on and off again sponsor of ours, but we have put them. We put the first one in our the first fifth wheel we bought, and then when we got the Montana, we got one for it. It's in Montana. We liked it so much we got it for our house in Kalamazoo. We moved in, and then we liked it again so much we got it for our two guest bed mattresses in our house. And here in Florida, in our condo, in our master bedroom, in our guest bedroom, we've had this kind of for 8 years. We think that we will probably rent it. We will probably call Brooklyn Bedding and see if we can get a couple of them for here as well. We really like them. And there's the address. You can get 30% off, I know, if you go to that list. You might be able to get it from anybody, but that at least lets them know they heard about it from us. They don't give us a kickback or anything, but that's a discount that they give our audience. So if you want to go check it out, we like it. We have the Aurora Luxe, Luxe, and it comes in, I think, soft, medium, and firm. And we got the medium. What did we? Yeah, we got the medium. We didn't get the soft, did we?
You ordered it.
Yeah, I think it was medium. Judy F.
Camping in Florida. Storming all day. But I love the rain on the roof, thunder, rumbling all day as well.
Sometimes in an RV, a rainy day is so relaxing. You're cozy. You know, the rain is such a nice way to take a nap, isn't it? It really is. So
it looks like Judy has a puppy. I wonder how the puppy likes the rain.
Oh, in the picture, it looks like a German Shepherd, maybe?
I was thinking German Shepherd, but you never know.
Yeah. Most dogs don't like thunder.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's still lightning out there. I can see it flashing. I think most of the storm is just to the north. We are right on the Gulf Coast. I mean, we're looking at the water right here out our window there. It's kind of light off to the south, but yeah, it's off to the north. Kathy Dumont, one of our favorite people. Miss you guys in Linden. Hope to see you soon. I just saw, Kathy and her husband Michael have the Commodore Hotel in Linden, which is the social hub of mid-Tennessee. Great. If you like songwriters and Tennessee, Nashville music, you got to go to the Commodore Hotel on a Friday night. Spend a weekend, and they restored this hotel beautifully. And we miss you guys. Please say hi to Michael.
We haven't seen you for a long time.
And we hope to be there in the next month or so. We had actually hoped to be there next week, but it looks like
it's not working out that way.
It looks like we got to get back to Michigan.
And that's our problem. It keeps not working out for us to be there.
And then we're back down in middle of April. We're down in Nashville for our RV community rally, but maybe we can get over at that time right after that. We hope to. Max Hicks Armour.
This is interesting.
Airstream
have great twin bed setups.
And the Airstream interstates are like 275,000 to 300,000. So that kind of goes off our list, but we do like them. We really like them a lot. They're really nice. Julio Vizcarrondo.
If your RV has an onboard water filter, do you still recommend you do?
An inline filter on the hose? I do. Mm-hmm. It's just an extra precaution. It doesn't affect anything at all, except it makes that water filter in the RV take out anything that was missed. And, it's double protection. And I always put a water filter in line, even with in most RVs have an onboard water filter. So I do. The one thing, Julio, if you winterize, I don't know if you have to do it out there in San Antonio, but if you winterize it, so many people forget to remove that water filter from inside the RV. Just remove it, drain the water out of it, and it's usually good for a couple of years. But I recommend replacing it. It's not that much, and clean water is important. I do recommend that you put one in line right at the spigot of the campground as well. Traveling Merton and Sue, hello to you too. Hello to you too. And Mike Woods.
Question: are the Brooklyn mattresses heavy for an RV?
They are. The one we have is 14 inches thick, and it is heavy. It's so heavy that poor Bo has trouble jumping up on it in the thunderstorm.
You got soft.
I got soft. So it's
and
yeah, I probably should have gotten. I think I did get soft. I should have gotten medium or firm.
Yeah.
But it is heavy, but you just have to be aware of what your maximum cargo carrying capacity. It's very nice. Noel Fernandez.
Hello, y'all. Which is your top 3 ACs for Class Bs?
From Wake Forest, North Carolina. Coleman Mach 2 seems to be very popular with most manufacturers. And I think that is just an excellent air conditioner. The other one is the Truma Avenda. That is probably the most popular, the one that is getting all of the buzz. And if I were to be shopping for a new AC, I would see if I could get that. The Truma Avenda, Avenda. It's pretty much a flush mount. The Truman, the Coleman Mach 2 is a really good one. I would stay away from Dometic. I'd stay away from, there's one from a company called Houghton, but I don't think they put it standard on any RV. That's very quiet. But we have found the Mach 2, which we have in our Montana. We have one in the living room and one in the front bedroom. Very quiet. We run them, and you don't even know they're running. And the Truma Avenda is also very quiet. Jeannie Hobbs Sneed.
Could you recommend an app to help plan a trip? Planning my first trip in September.
The gold standard out there is RV Trip Wizard. The problem is they wrap it in a package that you have to buy a bunch of other little modules for this service. It's really a great service. It has a rather steep learning curve, but once you have figured it out, it has everything you'd want. And it's the RV Trip Wizard. You used to be able to get it as a standalone, but now you have to get it as part of the, I don't know what they call their package, but that's probably the one I would urge you to try. And then many of the apps will help you let you plan a trip as well. We have used the Dirt, DYRT, as an app with great luck. And there's one called RV, ARVIE. If you like to stay in state parks in particular, that's a helpful one for planning. But I think the gold standard is still probably RV Trip Wizard. And if you go to our partners page, rvlifestyle.com/partners, you can scroll down and you can see a link to it. But if you're going to be doing a lot of RVs, you really want to plan, and you have a lot of stops you want to plan. You want to make sure you don't go any further than so many miles a day. You want to find campgrounds around where your gas is going to run out, or where, like we set 330 miles or 330 in the afternoon is where we want to quit. You can set the average speed you drive. It has so many great features, and you can find it, a link to it right there, rvlifestyle.com/partners. All right, we are going to get out of here. Just want to remind everybody who's a member of the RV community that you can join us over there. We will do a live afterglow. We'll come right, as soon as this ends, we'll come right back on there, and we would love to see you, and it would be fun to connect with anybody there. And again, if you've never joined, come on, check it out. And we'd love to have you be a part of the RV community. So many cool things that we do there. If you're up in these bad storms, please stay safe. Always check the weather. This is a crazy time of year. For the next month, the weather is very unstable, and just make sure you know what's in the forecast. Check it every day if you're on the road. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next week with another Ask Us Anything. We'll see you on the podcast released on YouTube and on all your favorite podcast apps, bright and early every Wednesday morning. And we'll have a video review of a new 2025 Class C RV. We'll be doing that a review on Saturday on our YouTube channel. See you guys down the road.
Happy trails.